Hey guys, welcome to week 10. I hope you're staying warm in this cold weather that we're having this week. But more than that, I hope you're doing okay. So many of you have reached out with things that you have going on in your life right now, and it just absolutely breaks my heart for you. And I just want you to know I'm thinking about you, and I'm happy to work with you. I just need to know what it is that you need from me. I've had a lot of stuff going on this semester as well, and it's not easy. So, we're going to get through this one way or another. 6 weeks left. Yay! So with financial literacy this week, first of all, please stop sending me emails right now. I know the gradebook is messed up. I don't know why. I've never had this many problems in one semester with the gradebook ever, and I use the same gradebook every single semester. So it's driving me bonkers. I'm working on it as fast as I can. I know you're freaking out because it looks like you got zeros. If you know you turned it in and you know you turned it in on time, then for the love of everything, you also know that it's going to get fixed, right? Yeah. So give me a minute. I'm going to fix it as fast as I possibly can, okay? I decided to even skip the hair and makeup and just make the video. So I've gone nowhere, done nothing all week, working on this stuff. So I'm trying. Hopefully it'll be fixed by tomorrow. With the financial literacy stuff, the assignment for financial literacy is a major assignment. It's worth as many points as your campus resource project, as your Smarter Measure and Achieve Works assignments put together, because they were 50 points each. It's worth the same as your time analysis project. It's worth the same as your path to success. Did I already say that? It's one of your major assignments. It's totally unlike any of the other assignments, though. It's very prescribed, right? There's 3 parts. You go to the first part with the first website, and you do it twice. I've gotten lots of emails of, where do I find the information? Okay, so when you make your choices for round 1 in the scenarios, then it gives you the information and you fill it in, okay? So that's where you do some math. Like, it gives you your salary for whatever choice you make, and then it gives you what your school debt is. Then you do just a little bit of math to find out what the rest of those boxes are going to be, okay? Then it wants you to see what your life would look like if you'd made a different decision. So obviously you're going to choose differently than the first time, otherwise you have nothing to compare. So make different choices for the second round. And I'm still talking about part 1 with the placement. And you are going to go through those reflection questions and answer them. Please, please, please remember that you are in college. You're going to use complete sentences. You're going to answer fully and completely. You're going to acknowledge that this is a major grade, so you probably aren't going to go, yup, and go on to the next question, okay? If you look at the rubric, which is in Module 10, it's very prescribed. I didn't come up with this assignment. This is given to us from the system level. So every campus all across the Lone Star College system does the same financial literacy project, okay? So they also develop the rubric. So your options for all 3 of these sections are either the full number of points or 0, okay? That really does bad things to your grade quickly. So do yourself a favor and answer the questions, okay? If if they're not answered enough, I have to do a 0. There's no middle ground. I hate it, frankly. But that's what it is. Hang on 1 second. Can you put the pizza in, please? We're having frozen pizza for dinner tonight because that's what I can manage right now. Please take a minute to do this. Is it fun? Of course not. But it's really important, right? Because if you have a hold of your finances, instead of just like blindly going through life and hoping that you have enough money at the end of the month or whenever you get paid next, if you like really get a number in your head of what you can be comfortable with, not like rolling in the money and just like everything's easy, but like whatever for you personally would make life at a reasonable, livable level, that's what you need to be thinking about here, okay? Where you don't have to make the choice of, do I want to eat or do I want to pay the electricity? Okay, because those aren't fun decisions to have to make. So, again, this isn't like, how wealthy do you want to be? Because if that's important to you, then obviously that should be part of your goals that you're looking at, especially in the discussion board. And then part 2 of the financial literacy stuff. But just like, what do you conceptualize your life to be like? Okay. So going into part 2 of your financial literacy modules, the first part was worth 25 points. The second part is worth 50 points. You are using your own life and going through and filling in those boxes, okay? If you don't have many expenses right now, then talk to someone you may live with or live near and get their numbers. And this isn't getting into someone's business kind of deal. It's a help me learn what this stuff costs. Because if you have no clue how much it's going to cost, for insurance or utilities or that kind of thing, it's going to be really a slap in the head to find that out the hard way. So this is a chance for you to either look at what you're choosing to spend your money on and how you can manage that, or what it is going to be like someday for you, right? So similar to what we looked at with your time management, our priorities speak, our actions speak way louder about our priorities than anything else, right? So if you're saying that your goals in part 2 are to have a second home, to go on, super cool vacations every year, to go to the moon, whatever it is that your financial goals are, well then you better be spending your money in a way that lines up with your priorities. If you want to be able to support your family, like extended family or your parents or somebody, then that needs to show in how you choose to spend your money. Sometimes people will say that like they want to give to a particular organization or a religious group of some kind. So then again, where's that money going to come from? This is your chance to look at how you prioritize what you spend and what you save. Okay? So it's supposed to help you. Again, you got to do the whole thing or it's 0. It's either 50 or it's 0. Third part. It's looking at poverty. Just really take a minute to look at what the website says, but also like think about it. Some of us know firsthand what poverty is like. Some of us have no idea. So look at what your perceptions are based on what experiences you've had in life and go from there and like really take a minute to do those reflection questions. Okay? It's not hard. None of it's hard. It's just going to take a little bit of doing, but it's there to help you. And again, I didn't come up with this assignment. It's prescribed from the system. So we are all going to just smile and nod and do it. Okay? The discussion board is not, again, a way of like trying to get into your business. It's just having you like think about in general terms, what do you want your life to look like? Why are you doing this college thing? Right? We go to college because we want a different life than we would have had otherwise without going to college. Otherwise, why? Why would we spend all this money, all this time, all this effort doing this? So if you want a different life than you would otherwise have without going to college, what do you want it to look like in general? Now, none of us have a crystal ball, just like we found out with the time management, right? Stuff's going to happen. You might go from being a 2-income household to a 1-income household. And it takes some adjustment. Sorry. So, just some things to think about. So again, give me a minute on the stupid grade book. It'll get worked out. It's okay. Please stop freaking out. All right? I only want the very best for you. That's all. I want you to succeed. I want you to do well. Some of you, oh my gosh, it's just amazing how well you're doing. And some of you have struggled, and it hasn't been an easy semester, but it's okay. You're still hanging in there, and you're doing such a good job. Before you decide to drop, I should mention the drop thing because that's coming up too. The last day to drop classes for the semester for any class is November 9th, and it comes right after the late work Dropbox stuff. So if you're on the fence about whether or not you're going to pass and you're waiting on the late work Dropbox thing, send me an email when you submit the stuff to the late work Dropbox so I can grade your stuff first, okay? Because that way we have a conversation before that deadline passes. I don't want you to drop. I'm not trying to get rid of you. But if you're thinking about it, then let's talk, okay? Same with any of your other classes. If their grade book's being wonky, I mean, D2L is used across the system, so eek. But just talk to us first, okay? Most of us are human beings. I mean, Lone Star tries to hire human beings and not droids for the majority of faculty positions. At least that's the promise. And we just want the best for you. We know how hard this is. Okay. Lost train of thought. So, late work Dropbox, you have one. Choose wisely. If you need a higher grade on something, if for some reason you tank this financial literacy assignment, even though I've talked to you about it and said, please do it, then use that late work Dropbox for that. If you missed a deadline on something else that's eligible for the late work Dropbox, then do that. Remember, not the midterm, and remember not the discussion board things, because it's really hard to discuss on one end without other people. So that doesn't make any sense. But the list of things that are eligible are in the late work Dropbox. Okay. There's not going to be anything like that for the last couple of assignments that we have for the semester. So make use of it if you need to. The other thing I want to mention is if you are missing some of the discussion board posts, a way that you could make up even more points possibly is by doing the bonus mini essay number 5. And that's going to open up very soon as well, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. If you don't need the points, then don't do mini essay number 5. Okay, you can't have more than 1,000 points. I mean, it doesn't work like that. So some of you just relax, don't do it. I don't know, you're just doing really well, and I just wanted to say how proud I am of you, that you're sticking with this, and again, I'm thinking of you and all the things that you've shared with me that you have going on. I'm glad that you feel comfortable to share that stuff, and it also keeps me up at night. So, if you wonder if your professors actually care, yeah, we do. And I'm not alone. That's what my friends and I will text about and be like, these poor students, how can we help? Okay. If you haven't done the advising thing, oh my gosh, do the advising thing. That's worth as much as these other major assignments. Ms. Flores is just, she's inundated with how many students she has this semester. Like, she has all 8 of my class sections, but she has more class sections on top of that. So I'm guessing she has about 500 students that she's dealing with this semester. So I know that we're used to sending a text to someone and getting like this immediate reply, and then you start to freak out when you haven't heard from someone. But emails don't work like that, especially in the business world, and especially when we have this many people that we're dealing with. So give her some grace. Because honestly, we've all missed deadlines at some point or another where we needed grace. So be kind, and make sure that you stay on top of getting together with her. Or if you're a veteran or using veteran benefits, that you contact a veteran advisor. All right, I think that frozen pizza is either burning or something else is burning. So I'm gonna go check and see what's going on in my kitchen. And I don't know if you can see this, but I have this big dead dog next to me. She's not actually dead, but I was not the one snorting during this. Okay. And now I have sad children. All right, so take care, and I'm thinking about you. Bye.